Welcome to 40 Plus First Time Mom. I'm Michelle Ann Obiquelu, and I'm super excited to share my journey of being a mom over 40. So, with this being my first time around, it's super exciting because there are so many things that I feel are advantages for being over 40. However, today I want to talk about the fears, right? Because people be out here peopling, and it's so much culture discouragement around being a mom later in life. Let's start with the titles they give us: geriatric pregnancy. If you're over 35, geriatric, really? Like, it's just like the disrespect. And then we have advanced maternal age. We have so many labels that we get when we mature that it's like, what is that? And then you hear people saying, you're being unfair because you're not going to be around when your child is old. Who going somewhere? And like, if you think about it, as we all know, several people who passed away very young. And we know several people that are in their 90s. So the lifespan and expectancy, we don't get to say don't have children because you're a certain age. And then I think what's ironic even about that statement is we have a lot of grandparents raising children. Like, it's okay for someone younger to have a child and then give them to their parents to raise, but it's not okay for the mature older person to have their own children. I'm not sure that makes sense at all. However, I will say there's a lot of fear that people put in older parents, and they talk about birth defects and what is that? A lot of genetic testing and things of that nature. However, I know again several people who had children younger and their child experienced a lot of complications. So we want to be careful with the labels and also be very intentional about our health and wellness. And in my journey in particular, there were things that I needed to really hone in on and pay attention to when it came to wealth. I mean, well, wealth is that is a good thing, but I was trying to say health and wellness. I did a weight loss process. I took time and I lost 60 pounds and by walking and changing my eating. That was it. Just kept it simple. um, I looked at some things that internally that weren't balanced. I talked about hormones already, things of that nature. So looking at myself and making sure I had the right vitamins, nutrition, and things of that nature to support pregnancy. And when it comes to fears, there are legitimate things that statistics say, and I'm not saying ignore them at all. What I'm saying is combat it with your actions, with my actions, with our preparation, because preparation is everything. And so, what I decided to do was prepare for my promise, prepare for my progress, prepare for my promise, progress, everything, prepare for it. And my mindset was I'm excited about being a mom. I'm excited about what I can offer a little one and little ones. And I'm going to ensure that I create an environment for them to thrive. So my husband and I are super excited that we have a little bundle of joy. And she came when I was 42, and we're excited. There is not one regret, not one at all. She is precious. She is thriving. She's 6 weeks today. Yay! So she's sleeping right now. I was trying to get her to stay up for to record some videos, but she like, no ma'am, no ma'am. The way my life's set up, I'm trying to grow, which means I need my sleep. So that's what she's doing with her little pink one outfit on. So we have our cool routine in the mornings and different things like that. And some people have fears when it comes to employment, fears when it comes to energy. Now I'm just saying, I'm gonna say something for me. I've always been a get up and go type of person and energetic. Having a child doesn't change that energy. However, you do have to pivot your schedule because this little one interrupts the flow with her agenda, which is okay. But I'm so on my toes that I'm okay with interruptions. It's factored in. I'm equipped for it. So I believe that mindset is so important in this journey as well. Like you have to have a mind to be a mom. You have to have a mind to create an environment. You have to have the mind, the will, the tenacity, the resilience to combat all these things. And for my husband and I, we always say that we're forever young. Like we get people telling us that we look young all the time and this and another because age is relative. Like I know tons of people that are in their 60s, 70s, and plus, and they look amazing. I mean, because they're taking care of themselves, they're exercising, they're eating well, and even there are some people that's not doing per se the health and wellness, and they're just aging gracefully. So we're embracing aging gracefully, and she has healthy, vibrant, youthful parents, and she is going to be like, "Yep, that's my mama, that's my daddy," and excited about it because um, I think it's a thing for ourselves. We want to look nice for ourselves. How much more do we want our child to walk out and be excited that we're her parents? You know what I mean? So I believe mindset has a lot to do with it. Eliminate the inner insecurities and things of that nature, and securely walk in your desires. So if you're desiring to be a mom and a father and you're older in age, wear that thing. Get excited about it, prepare for it, and move forward. Eliminate as much as you can that is not lending toward health and vitality. Cultivate a mindset of expectancy and move forward. Another thing that we did do is we did have a midwife on our journey, and we have still have our midwife, and she's a jewel. She was excited about the journey. Anyone that was negative, and I spoke about this before, we literally left other physicians because they didn't have the right mindset for parents over 40. We like, oh, we're not dealing with you because you're not excited. And so we finally came across a midwife. She is just a jewel and made this journey graceful for us and exciting for us. And she celebrated all the way through, called us, and very engaged, and just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful addition to our journey. So the people you're around is so important as well. So enjoy your journey. If you have questions or comments or encouragements, things of that nature, put them in the comments. I love to read them and also cheer you on as you're taking this leap as a first time parent. And I'm cheering for you. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for us to have our bundle of joy. And I will be back with more resources and tips and an encouragements on your journey. So this one was around fear and culture and statistics. However, we can counteract all of that with faith, joy, expectancy, and preparation. In the description, you'll see my pregnancy journal that I created. So when you are pregnant, you can go through each trimester with some encouragement. There's a letter for each trimester. There are activities, and I even have the fourth trimester for postpartum with some fun stuff in there. So you can grab that for yourself and or someone else that you know. We also have storybooks because we're writing Victoria's books for her on her journey. So that's exciting. And I also have personalized gifts on our online store. So there are a ton of things, and also courses. We have some things that we are very intentional about, and that's encouragement. So a couple of upcoming events are our personal strategy in our personal strategy series. One is a 5 day challenge, and another is a mastermind, because having a personal strategy is important to your life. It gives your life direction, gives your life focus, it gives your life intentionality and fulfillment. So, our whole thing around personal strategy is that it brings a life of fulfillment. So, you can join us in our upcoming online events and really get strengthened on your journey so you have the mindset, the foundation, and the things that you need to be well rounded, excuse me, and whole. We are about wholeness. It's not okay to thrive in business, but be a horrible, excuse me, and be a horrible spouse. To thrive as a spouse, but then be a horrible parent. So it's certain. Let's bring wholeness in our lives through foundational things, and that's what the personal strategy series will bring you. Okay, so that's our video for 40 plus first time mom for this week. And stay tuned for other topics I put that are coming up that has to do with, like, let me read it off. Dad moments. Let me tell you, my husband is hilarious. So the dad moments, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about our birthing experience. I'm going to talk about spousal support in the journey. Let's see what else. Fibroids. I'm going to talk about that and other topics. If there are other topics that you want me to really zoom in on, you can put that also in the comments, and I'll add that to our list over there just to encourage on our journey and cheer and collaborate on our journey. And if you are a first time mom over 40 and you want to be interviewed, you can send me an email to info@michelleann.com. That's info at MICHELLELEANN.com. And I will reach out to you for us to coordinate an interview, because we love to hear your story and share your story and collaborate and continue to encourage each other with our expertise. And if you are a medical professional and you have a specialty in pregnancy over 40, or I should say 35, because they say geriatric, which or advanced maternal age is 35. If you have input and insight that you like to share, by all means, tap in and send me an email, and we can coordinate that as well so that more people can get the resources, tools that they need on their journey. Okay. See you next time. Bye bye.